Welcome, my friends. If you've played modded Minecraft before, then you might or might not be familiar with Apotheosis. Down below, I have built a demonstration area to show you the basics of affixes. Let's take a look. I have recipes set up and tables for reference to show off. In this chest, we have everything we need. Behold my drip. Ooh. Now you see, we have the actual rarity materials. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and mythic. We also have the necessary, I guess you could say they're tablets, the sigils, made from deep slate and multiple other rare materials, and they each have their purpose, which we will go over in this video. Some of them are a little harder to make than others, and we'll show that off later too. In the meantime, we have the anvil, which will be needed to collect the gem dust, and the gem dust itself. We have a gem for, you'll see. And these are the various, what the modifiers would look like on just chest plates. You see they come in the different degrees, from common to epic. You can see epic is obviously the strongest. We'll grab those and do something with it. There might be a few other mods installed here. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. Yeah, I should dispose of this. I don't need this. Now, what you do is you throw down the gem and drop an anvil on it, and ta-da, gem dust. Now the thing is it only works for the gems. The armors, if you drop an anvil on them, it does not produce anything. No dust, no rarity material. We'll go ahead and show it off again. Big fingers, little scroll wheel. So, no matter the height, it does not produce. Now over here is the salvaging table. This is where you're going to get your rarity materials from the armor. It's made with smithing table, iron pickaxe and axe, gem dust, lava, and some copper. In the pattern you see before you. You click on it, you put stuff in, and when you go to click on the hammer, it doesn't stack up, by the way. When you click on the hammer, it breaks the item and converts it into the material necessary. So if you look, salvage makes the common out of common armor, and so on and so forth. Well, not really armor per se, but any of those items. You can see by order of rarity and power. Now over here is the gem cutting table. With the wood, the stone, shears and such. This is what you do to upgrade your gems. If you have an abundance of similar gems, you combine them on this table with a material and some gem dust. Which, by the way, gem cutting has its cost. You'll see it on the left-hand side. As I remembered. You'll be able to upgrade it to the next step up. See, went from common to uncommon, and it goes all the way up if you have the gems and the materials. Did this just one more time there, just for demonstration's sake, so you can see what it does. You can see I might have forgot I needed more gem dust. We're gonna grab some more. By that I mean salvaging. Can never have too much of it, honestly. It's needed for a lot of the recipes. And again, for demonstration, see it go up to rare. And you get cool achievements for it too. Now this is the simple reforging table. This is where you go to reforge your gear. You see, I don't have any of the right materials for it. Well, I have some, but we need those sigils. Specifically, we'll need the materials, and we will need the sigil of rebirth. The rest of these are pretty cool, and we'll show them off in a moment, but it's made with iron, gem dust, smooth stone, and an enchanting table. So if you slap in your item, add a sigil of rebirth, and scraps. She has 3 different rakes. Each one is somewhat better than the previous, though it is not so consistent. And it'll show up more prevalently in the higher ranks of material. See, we went from common to uncommon here. You can see the jump in power scaling. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Now, you'll understand that epic is the best, but it is, however, the hardest materials to get. You can see, in the case of this staff, with some of the other add-on mods, it adds 2 iron spells, spellbooks, cooldown, mana regen, spell power, etc. Now, we're going to show off the epic level. Because you can't do epic and mythic on the simple table. You have to go to the reforging table, which requires arcane sands, netherite ingot, nether bricks, and the simple reforging table. So you put in your sigils, and you put in your material, and behold, vastly improved with some extra stuff. Extra damage, cast time reduction, much more spell power, and more sockets. You'll notice sockets crop up more. And in epic, you can get between the maximum 3 or 2 sockets. For some odd reason, on the higher ranks of it, it only does 2 more often than not. Which is okay. We can add sockets later. For now, we will choose that 3rd. We'll pull back our materials. Now, over here is the augmenting table with 2 the pearls, blackstone, nether star, and enchanting table. We can take the augments on an item, and we can upgrade them. We can max them out. Now I'm going to go into survival here in a moment. I just want to show off what it looks like. This goes, in a range, and you have all of these various keywords. I want to go to survival so I can show the cost, because those sigils are not cheap to make. 2 sigils. We'll just upgrade this to the maximum. Massive crit chance, max mana regen, life stealing. Yeah, that speed is amazing, by the way. You see now it's more or less maxed out. This is without standard enchantments, by the way, or any of the Iron Spellbook add-ons. But we'll pull out the other sigils and show off. Sockets, withdrawing of items, which is all done in the smithing table, not the anvil. But you see it adds an extra slot for more gems. Now this is the only way to get gems out of your item. And we'll go ahead and show off the renaming too, because the naming convention is kind of excessive. But, again, not the anvil. It's not going to do anything. It's got to be a smithing table. See, you add the gem to the socket. Ta-da! You have a little more damage. And again, not the anvil, smithing table. Pop that down, and behold, you get the gem back, which is really good. I'd rather not lose the gem. Now you can take away the silly extra and keep the name, and then maybe come back and rename it. I think I'll name it Ether Vagrant Staff. I mean, it's mine after all. It is my favorite staff from Irons. Now you see generally how it all works. Really simple and straightforward, yeah? It's just expensive. And this is the recipe for the sigils, by the way. Gem dust, deep slate. Let's turn on the EMI here and I'll show you the recipes for the others. They are forbiddingly expensive in some degrees. But you see, really simple. Gem dust, and those for the base one. Sigil socketing requires gem dust, dragon's breath, and amethyst, as well as some gem-fused slates. The next one, ender pearls, lava, gem dust, and a blaze rod. Not so bad. Now, the rebirth is the cheapest one. It's just some slates and some dust. The real expensive one, God-forged pearl and some gem dust. And finally, flint and gem-fused slate for changing those names. It's all pretty straightforward and simple, I dare say. Easy peasy, and off we go. Whew. Beautiful place. Beautiful seed. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. Just don't use the anvil, use the smithing table. Have fun.